Baby, pick up the phone right now, because I swear if you don't, I might do something I can't take back. Something that will change everything between us forever. You have no idea what's racing through my head, and every second you ignore me makes it worse. Why aren't you answering? Is it fear? Is it guilt? Or do you just want me to go insane waiting for you? Because listen carefully. I just found out something tonight, and if you don't speak to me now, I'll have no choice but to bring it into the open. I saw it with my own eyes, not hearsay, not a rumor. I saw the proof, clear as daylight, and it's eating me alive. Every word I wanted to keep buried, every truth I wanted to protect is about to spill. And the craziest part, you could stop this right now with just one answer, one word, one reason that explains everything. But you're silent, and that silence is louder than any confession you could ever give. Baby, do you remember last night when you said you were tired, that you just wanted some rest? I let it slide because I trust you. But then why did I see your shadow moving across the street hours later? Why did I see your car parked where it never should be? Do you see what you're doing to me? I'm not crazy. I'm not imagining things. I know what I saw, and now, every second you let this phone ring unanswered is a second closer to me walking out that door and doing the one thing I swore I'd never do, expose us both. But deep down, a part of me doesn't want to believe it's what I think it is. A part of me is begging for you to just pick up and say, it's not what it looks like, to calm the storm inside me. But if you don't, then maybe you're proving me right. Maybe everything I've been fearing has already happened. Baby, this is my final warning for tonight. If you don't answer me now, I'll stop waiting, and when I stop waiting, everything changes for you and for me. So, I'll say it one last time. Pick up before I do something I can't undo. Baby, the phone keeps ringing in my hand, and I can't make it stop shaking. I'm trying to breathe, but the air feels thin. I need to tell you what I found, so you understand why silence is dangerous. I followed a trail of small things, texts deleted in a hurry, a map with a place circled in blue ink, a receipt tucked under the passenger seat. Each little thing fit together like a line on a drawing, and when I traced the line back, it led to a room I never wanted to know about. That room holds the reason I'm asking you to answer now. In that room I saw a folder with names and dates, pages folded into each other like secrets that had lived too long in the dark. And on top of the folder was a photo with a face turned away. Yours. I think, though I'm not sure how anyone could hide you from me. Seeing that picture felt like someone pressed a stone into my chest. I did not call then. I took a picture of the folder with my phone and left quietly because I couldn't confront what I didn't understand. Later at home, I zoomed in and read a note at the edge, a line that made my stomach flip. Do it by midnight. Why would your name be on that note? Why would time matter? There was a small voice, recorder in the drawer. I turned it on at home, hands cold, and heard a voice speak a list of times and places. The last line made me stop the tape. Make sure she's alone. I couldn't tell if the voice planned something to protect you or to hurt you. The not knowing is what makes me frantic. I keep thinking how small things can change a life. A note in a pocket, a missed call, a deleted chat. Those tiny moves can build a whole hidden life. And when I leaned into the room and saw those traces, it felt like someone had been building that life around you without telling me. That betrayal is heavy. I asked myself, do I protect you from a truth you don't want, or do I drag the truth into the light and risk breaking what we have? Both hurt, both risk the same thing. That's why I begged you to answer, because your one word could stop whatever plan or fear sits in that folder. I thought about leaving the papers in a pile on the kitchen table and waiting for you to find them, but what if you walked in and saw them without me there to explain? What if your first feeling was shock and loss and you shut the door? I cannot live with the thought of you closing that door because I waited too long. So I called, and I'm calling again. Then I found a list of numbers, scribbled in the margin, some crossed out, some circled, one number repeated under different names. I ran one call quietly and heard a recorded greeting that mentioned the place we know, the same place where you said you'd be just for a minute last month. Suddenly, nothing felt casual anymore. I thought about going to that place at once, bursting in and demanding answers. But madness does not help truth. Anger makes people hide. I decided to act smarter, collect, document, and create a path to safety before I move. That's why I'm trying to calm you with my voice now. So whatever I do next, we do it together. There was a calendar with a small square shaded in red. Next to it, someone had written a single word in hurried letters. Finish. For the life of me, I don't know whether finish meant end, start, or something neither of us can bear. Time is moving, and that calendar is counting down. I pictured how you might respond. You could pick up, and everything would be explained in one breath. An old mistake, a lie to protect someone, or a story I couldn't imagine, or you could keep quiet, and the plan that calendar points to might play out without a single person saying stop. That thought keeps me moving, but it terrifies me too. I checked the folder for any hint. Who else knows there were initials, a small stamp, a delivery tag with a partial address. I traced the tag to a storage unit we pass on the way to the market. The unit number matched a doodle on that same page. Someone knew how to hide things where no one thinks to look. Hide, plan, repeat. I went back at dusk with a careful list and a quiet friend who promised to stand near the street and call for help if I needed. We watched the unit from a distance until the lights went out. No one came, no one went, but the padlock was newer than it should be. Fresh metal, and a cut tag. The place had been visited recently. The surveillance camera on the market corner picked up a van that stopped there around midnight 2 nights ago. License plates can be traced, and we traced it to a company that owns several vans. One of the drivers on the employee list is someone who lives not far from us. The circle keeps getting smaller. I keep replaying every step you said you took the night you were late. Every small excuse, every small lie that made sense then. I want to believe in easy reasons, but the folder shows patterns, not accidents. Patterns are made by choice, not chance. That choice scares me because it makes your silence into a part of the plan. I thought of exposing it to everyone right away, posting the photos, sending the audio to friends, slamming it onto a table and demanding truth. But violence and noise make people coil. They shut down, they hurt. I don't want that. I want you with me, even if the truth wrecks us both. So I am trying one last thing before I act. I am leaving a chance for you to explain the twist in our story. I will wait a little longer, but not. That is why my hand trembles. I'm at your door now with the folder in my bag and a map of small steps I can take instead of a breaking move. There are people we can call, legal moves we can make, places to hide what needs hiding, until answers come. But every minute of silence is a minute. The calendar moves closer to red. I see the light on the street change. I hear a car pass slowly. My heart jumps because any sound feels like a signal. I need you to pick up. I need your voice to cut through the noise before the clock on that page tells us what comes next. I put the folder back into my bag and forced my legs to move. My hands felt heavy, but my steps were steady. I called one safe person first. Someone calm and practical, who would not freak out or post anything online. They picked up in 2 rings and I told them, very quietly, that I needed help right now. We agreed on a meeting spot, 2 blocks away, a cafe with lights and people, a place that feels public but safe. If this really was what I thought, we would need witnesses, a place to regroup, and someone to watch our backs. Safety first, action second. I left a note on your door that said simply, I'm here. We need to talk, nothing accusing. No panic, just truth, with an open hand. If you were out, the note would let you know I didn't take the folder and disappear. Small moves like that can keep trust alive in messy moments. At the cafe, the safe person looked at the photos and the recorder and kept their face steady. They suggested we call a private security firm instead of the police first. Someone who moves fast, installs a camera, and offers advice about safe evidence handling. The thought of cameras on our windows made me feel both exposed and strangely relieved. The security team agreed to come tonight. They said they'd install a camera in 10 minutes and a motion sensor by the back door. Speed matters when a calendar is already marked. I felt the first little relief. Moving makes fear less sharp. While we waited, I told the safe person everything, how the folder had been found. The note that said, do it by midnight. The recording that mentioned, make sure she's alone. Speaking it aloud made the danger more real, but also clearer. Clarity helps you pick the right next move. Then we drove to the storage unit I'd traced. It was quiet and humming, with machines. The kind of place that smells like oil and forgotten things. The security man